Hey YouTube, Joe here with another knife review, and today I bring you the Kershaw Launch 6. Now if you follow my channel, you saw I did a quick preview the other day, and been using it ever since. So I'm going to go through the motions, tell you what I think about it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. So for those of you who missed that video, here it is again. I mean, here's the video, here's the knife. Here's the action. Let's see if we can zoom in on that and get a little clarity. There we go. Excuse the sweat marks. It's almost 100 degrees today in New Jersey, so even with the AC on, it's a little bit rough. Here, let's fade back a little bit. Now, for those of you who have yet to look into the Launch series of Kershaw knives, you definitely should look into it. I know they're illegal in a lot of states and a lot of places, but if you can get one, or if you can get someone to get one for you, you should definitely look into them. They're a great set of knives. I've a great series of knives. This is my third one. My first was the Launch 1, which I have here. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Launch 4 handy. I did wind up keeping that one, but I have that one as well. And if you want to check out the video for this, just look down below, and there'll be a link, or up above. And if you want to check out the link for, the review for the Launch, what is it, 4 now? That really small one? I think it's the 4. You could also check down below and up above if you have annotations on. So there it is against the Launch 1. And while we're on the subject of measuring up against knives, put it up. Let's have an all Kershaw video. Here's the knockout. There it is against that. I'll have a link for that as well. Any knife you see in this video, there'll be there should be links to, unless I didn't review it. And what the heck? One more I got handy, and it's the Kershaw Showtime. There it is against that. Now, some stats on the knife. Sorry if I hit the camera there. It's a CPM, where am I now? CPM 154 steel. The scales are aluminum. It's a drop point blade. Obviously, it's an automatic. We've been talking about that. The blade is black DLC coated. Let's see, aluminum scales. Let's see, what else can we say? Now, according to my notes, is the centering, which is dead on. I don't know if that's coming out on camera. According to my notes, it's 3.8 ounces. Before we open it, but I'm going to, since I got a trusty new scale, bust that bad boy out. My notes say 3.8. My scale says 3.85. Alright, close enough. They rounded down instead of rounding up. So I like that it's nice and light. The blade is 3.75 inches. Let's show you. The dollar's been making its return. It's been a while. And rather than, let's put that on there. And we'll get the ruler at the same time. There it is against the ruler. It's a right or left side tip up carry only. You can see the milled holes on the other side. What else can we say about it? Flat grind. I mentioned drop point. Made in America. So now, one more quick look before we, here it is in the hand. Let's see if I can fade back. Oop, it is fade back. There it is. I mean, it's almost like a modified drop point, like a spear point, the way it comes to a point like that. But it is listed as a drop point blade. Now, some things I like about it, some things I don't like about it. Now, if you know any of my videos, you know that I'm not the biggest black coated blade fan in the world. And sometimes with some knives I'll say, oh, but they do it right. This one, the DLC coated already on this one, I find with very limited use. Reminds me of my Kershaw Blur. It's already starting to get dirty. Now I know knives are not made to look good, beautiful. They're made to, you know, to work, to use. You know, but I don't know. There are other black coated blades out there that, you know, that do have a nicer polished look than this one. I'm not saying, you know, anything bad about it really, but I just would have preferred maybe, I can't think of the other coating that it's called, diamond coated or something yada yada, but forgot to mention Sharpness. I've been cutting with it, and classic Kershaw, very, very sharp. I don't think any of the ones I've had so far from the Auto series, or pretty much Kershaw in general, very rarely disappoints when it comes to sharpness. So, again, I like the sharpness. Back to the coating. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I guess it's just my not fondness for black coated blades. I'm not saying this one's that bad, but I could just see, because my Blur is in like terrible shape right now. I mean, I remember after I first started using it, the coating gets all dirty. But again, they're tools. They're meant to be used. Unless you're a collector, you know, which I am both. I buy knives to use. I buy knives to collect. The black coating is so-so on black coating. I do hope to see, I mean, my own personal preference, I do hope to see Kershaw release more versions. Well, first of all, I'd like to hope they release more versions of the Launch, which I'm pretty sure they will, because they seem to be doing very well. But I hope to see them do variants of this, like release this in a satin blade or a stonewash blade, or release it with so, you know, maybe a different colored scales. But as it is, it's nice. I like the lightness, 3.8. You're not going to even feel it. Now, the pocket clip. And again, I'm bringing this up, but in this case, a lot of times Kershaw just throws this pocket clip on, and it's a hot spot depending on the size of the knife. Now, if you remember, I think it was the Launch 4 has a similar pocket clip, and a lot of Kershaws have a similar pocket clip. I'm not in love with this pocket clip, only for, in this particular case, just for cosmetic look. It's not really a hot spot. When I open it, I don't feel it digging into me because of the size of the knife, so I guess it works better with this. I just want to see, Kershaw, I don't know, just change it up a little bit when it comes to the pocket clips. To me, sometimes it seems like a lot of the R&D goes into making the knife. Let's make this handle. Let's look at this milling. You know, that took some thinking to make that, you know, nice milling on the aluminum scales. You know, and by the way, here's the lanyard hole, nice size lanyard hole. Different spot than usual, a little up the side instead of the back. But it seems like at the very end, they just slap on the pocket. But, you know, there's your standard pocket clip. Boof, let's just slap it on. Tell you the honest truth, I've been having a discussion on one of the forums about pocket clips, and I think one of the knife companies, I believe it was Knife Depot, put out an article that I published on the forum that says about 5 reasons why to get rid of the pocket clip altogether. Now, we're not going to go over that right now. We can maybe have another video about that another time. But my opinion, I just think Kershaw should definitely mix it up a little bit when it comes to the pocket clips. Now, this one's not even the deepest carry. You know, some of the knife's going to be sticking out. So I have a little bit of a beef with a pocket clip. Not a big deal in this case, like I said, because in this case, it is opening up. I mean, I'm opening it and not feeling it digging into my hand like I was the Launch 4. What else? Oh, now, I saw an article, a review, on, I believe it was Knife Center. And I want to give the gentleman, I have it written in my notes here, I want to give the gentleman credit, just in case by chance he just happens to be passing by and seeing my video. When they do reviews on Knife Center and it's written in, they only write their first name and their last initial. So this gentleman's name is Robert C. And he mentioned something about when you press the plunger, sometimes you could actually press it and it goes down a little bit without the knife opening. Now, let me see how he put it. The push button is super gritty and easily sticks halfway through the push if you don't use enough pressure. Now, at first when I read his, I was like, oh, I don't know what knife he got because that doesn't apply to me. My knife is working fine. But now I'm starting to notice it myself. Now, when I do full pressure, you see how it opens up. It flies open, right? But if you listen, I can press this and it will go down a little bit without actually opening. Listen. You hear that? Now, it made the button went down. Now the button's more flush than it was before. It's not protruding, but the knife did not open. So now I have to press it all the way. Now I'm going to do it two or three more times. So here I'm doing it again. I'm just going to push it a little bit. Listen. You hear? Now, is that a major deal? Not really. Because most of the times when you're taking this out and you need it and you're going to use it, you're just going to, boom. You're going to press it out. You're going to press it hard, I meant to say, and it's going to fly out. But it does have that little bit of, like Mr. Robert C. mentioned, that little bit of grittiness. He went on to explain the reasons why it does that. Whether that's true or not, his reasoning, I don't know. But I just want to say that it did happen to mine as well. I didn't think it would at first, but it did happen to mine as well. Now these go for all day long, pretty much $105, $110 plus or included shipping, depending on where you get it. Which I think that at that price point, this is a good price point. Let's see. Now, because of in addition to getting back to that button, because of that, I just feel, now I only have experience with 3 launches. We're up to 6, but I've only had 3. I feel that the Launch 1, if I can find it on my desk here, still, of the 3 that I've experimented with, still opens the smoothest. There's just something about the Launch 1, I don't know, it just flies right open. But that's not saying that this is, even with the issue, that's not saying that this one doesn't fly open as well. So it's just that if you want to give it credit where credit is due, the Launch 1 probably flies open a little bit better. So, now, with that said, those little bit of minor little things here and there, which some people might consider could be anal, the pocket clip could be anal, the button could be anal, even the black coating could be anal. It is a very, very good knife. It's priced well, good steel, very light, very, dare I say, sexy to look at. I mean, I would prefer a different coated blade, but very nice looking, sharp as hell, fast. I mean, it has everything you could want. And this, in my opinion, this is another big win for Kershaw and their Launch series. I guarantee we're up to 6. Unless there's because of the legality versions of trying to get a launch, and it makes that really tough. I can see them really going Launch. God knows what number they're going to go up to. Like I said, I'd just like to see more variants. Maybe one of these days I think the Launch 3 appealed to me. The only launch I could actually say that doesn't appeal to me that's out so far is the, I don't know what number it is, but it's the one that has a look like of an Emerson knife. I've never been the biggest Emerson fan, so I probably will not be buying that or even make an attempt to review that one. So, very nice knife. If you have the ability to excuse the mumbling here. If you have the ability to be able to get an automatic knife, definitely consider the Launch series. I highly recommend the Launch 1, but coming in a close second, it would definitely be the Launch 6. Especially since if you're looking for something smaller, the Launch 6 is, not much smaller, but as you saw before, it is smaller than the Launch 1. Let's bust it out again. It's a totally different looking blade. So there they are again, against each other. So, I've been babbling on too long, so let's put it in for its final shot. hopefully I covered everything. So there you have it. The Kershaw Launch 6. The exact model number is the 7800 BLK. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, everyone, and God bless. Thanks for watching my video, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe.